Okay, what people fail to realize about you is that when they come to you and they approach you with the shenanigans that they come with or on that bullshit, and you warn them and you be like, I know how this gonna go. You're gonna lose. They be thinking you bullshitting, right? So it just kind of come off like, I'm gonna put it this way: y'all playing a chess game, and you tell them like, I played this game over and over. I played this thing about 100 times. I know this game off the back of my hand. And because you don't look like you can play and you're not boasting about it, you're not bragging about it, they think you're a joke. They end up playing the game with you anyway. They do a bunch of sneak stuff. They take your pieces. They do, like I'm talking about, they do the most to try to beat you. And in the end, they end up losing. And they be so confused and mad, but you just sit back and you look at them and it's like, I warned you. I told you. And you judged the book by its cover because you thought I couldn't play and I was just bluffing. And because I wasn't bragging about how good I am, you felt like I would lose. And you lost, like I told you you would. And that goes for every situation you've been in your life. When people have fucked you over or done weird or sideways things to you, you would tell them, like, nothing good is going to come of this. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay back. You're going to pay me for this. And I'm still going to evolve in life. I'm still going to keep pushing forward. I'm still going to get better. I'm going to be doing better. I'm going to have everything I want. You basically give them the rundown. It don't have to be specifically like that, but you just let people know that they're going to pay for what they did to you. There's no way around it. It doesn't matter what they do or how they try to stop you in life, you're going to prevail. God's going to make sure you succeed. And you tell them this over and over again. Each time you've been through this, like, God got my back. God never fails me. God makes sure I'm good. You tell them this. You warned them, okay? And they took it as a joke. Then they end up suffering. Suffering long term. Suffering for God knows how long. And literally, only God knows how long they will suffer, right? And in the end, they turn around and be mad at you like you didn't warn them, like you didn't tell them that you know how to play this game, that they're not going to win. And they took you for a joke because they judged the book by its cover, because you weren't boastful, because you didn't brag, because you didn't put it in people's face, you know what I'm saying? Or because you're not the typical Christian or whatever religion people out here walking by, and you don't follow those. You don't live up to those standards, society standards or your family standards, whatever the case may be. They be thinking things aren't going to go right for you. Or because they set traps in your life, they feel like things not. And God always makes sure he pulls through. God always comes through for you. You always end up on top. No matter what happens, you don't even know what defeat feels like. And there may have been times where you felt like you were defeated, but you weren't. You were just going through a trial, a test. While they were doing what they was doing, God was testing you to see how you would react, because you and God know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a relationship like this. God always tell you, don't move based off your emotions. You feel what I'm saying? Because every time you did, it didn't go well, because God always handles things for you. And I mean in like a spiritual sense, people talking about him like, because obviously if somebody physically touch you, then, defend your vessel. God gave you that. You need to protect it. But you listen when God tell you to back down, relax, leave it, I got it. That's what God put you through all those trials and tribulations for, to see if you was finally going to get the hang of allowing God to step in and let God defend you. You don't need to defend you. God is your defender. God is your protector. God is your provider. God is literally your everything. And people end up realizing that a little too late. People right now are starting to realize that a little too late. It's a little too late for a lot of people when it comes to you and them suffering because of what they did to you.